For the problem 3/4 times 1/4, it's the same thing as saying that it's 3/4 of a fourth, which means what you're doing is you're taking one of the fractions and you're going to cut it down into a smaller piece. Since both of these are less than 1, our answer has to be less than either of the values that we started with. You can pick either fraction to start with. For the sake of argument, I'm going to do both. So the first one I'm going to start with is 3/4. So I take a fraction and I cut it into 3/4. Then I'm going to cut each fourth into 1/4 chunks. So what I do is I cut each of these into 4 boxes. And I want to shade one of each 4 in what I started with. So I shade 1 of 4 here, I shade 1 of 4 there, and I shade 1 of 4 there. And now I have 3 boxes that I still have shaded, and I have 16 total boxes. So that's if I started with 3/4, but the opposite is also true. If I start with 1/4 and I want to do 3/4 of that 1/4, I do the same process. I want to cut each of them into 4 boxes. So I've made 16ths by cutting fourths into 4 pieces, but this time I want to shade 3 of the 4 from what I started with. So I still get 3/16. The other problem was 2/3 of 3/5, which is the same thing as 2/3 times 3/5. For this one, you can start with either fraction as well. I'm just going to do the 2/3 this time. So I start with 2/3. And this time I want to take that 2/3 and cut it into 3/5, which means I'm going to cut each third into 5 boxes. And then in each third, I'm going to shade 3 of the 5 boxes that I created. And I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's a total of 15 boxes now. And 6/15 can be simplified by dividing the numerator and denominator by 3. So my answer ends up being 2/5. So I hope that helped. If he has any more questions, he can definitely send them my way, and I can see what I can do to help.